Thank you for having me.
For those who don't know my guest, that is the one and only Sieg Solo. It is now Thursday morning for him. He is up in Greenland, and it just literally turned Thursday morning for him. It's midnight.
It is. So I hope everyone is doing great. What's up with
So
the
you and I
you?
were talking earlier. The chat will pop up down at the bottom. What did you decide to say? What did you froze up on me? Are you still with me, Sieg? Am I moving? You're frozen on mine. Just in case. Sieg and I were talking about what we're going to use. Come back to me, Sieg. He's totally frozen up. Are we still live, guys? Can't see who's in the chat, but I can see some of you are here. Hey, Jason, thank you. So you can still see me, right? But you can't see Sieg, right? Does Sieg freeze up totally for you, Jason? Hey, Alex, good to have you. He must have used menthol. Mike, I didn't expect. Oh, it looks like we lost him entirely. It's just me now. Hey, how you guys doing? Mike, it is like 8 hours ahead of me. It must be like 3 a.m. He's back. Good to have you, my friend. Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You
I
went off
got a
into the void.
notification. I'm using my phone, and I got a notification, and I tried to remove it, and I moved into something else, and I didn't know how to go back. I don't
That's
usually
right.
use
Well,
my phone. I
you got
usually
back.
use
I was starting to think I was never going to see you again. It's like, oh, dang.
I won't touch my screen again.
From the fatherland, Mr. Old Fart Mike Demisius here. I did not expect Mike to make it. It's like 3 a.m. in Germany, something like that, right? Hamburg. It's like 3 a.m. Good to have you, Mike. Bright and early. Top of the morning, my friend.
An early bird or a
An
night
early
rider.
bird. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just telling the audience that Mike, that it's midnight now. It's now Thursday morning for Sieg, and it's Thursday morning for you as well. Very early in the morning. Good to have you. The sun's not even up yet. I don't want it to be Thursday yet for me. I have Wednesdays off. Insomnia. Sorry to hear that, my friend. Maybe we'll put you to sleep here in a minute. Just before he throws up, I think I was starting to say that Sieg Solo is my guest up there in Greenland, and his username is inspired by Star Wars. That's why I'm wearing my Han Solo shirt. He's a huge Star Wars fan, as am I.
Yeah, I
And I've
see.
known Sieg since just before the pandemic, right? It was shortly a few months before the pandemic, somewhere around January 2020, maybe 19. When
Me?
did you actually? Yeah, when did you join the hobby? 'Cause I met you when you were
Join the hobby September 2020.
okay. So the pandemic was in effect then. Yeah, because I was doing eBay. That makes sense. Yep.
It was that's why I started, because I saw I had nothing to do, and I was watching YouTube in the living room on our telly, and I stumbled upon I think Kevy Shaves, and then I just my wife said, "Why are you watching an old man shave?" And I couldn't explain it to her, but I was just that's just how it is. So my wife still thinks I'm stupid for races, and so she says, "You have one face and you don't even shave every day. You are crazy." So that's why I'm not obsessed. I'm dedicated. That's
Yeah.
where that came from, an argument with my wife, actually.
I actually use that from time to time. I love it. So does she have a hobby or anything like that she does, or?
She has one pair of feet and 20 pairs of boots, and a bag for every occasion and every color, and
That's my
so
wife. Yep, that's my
that's
wife. Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
not she's not at home right now. I'm alone in the house, so I can say whatever I want.
Well, she's actually in the comments right now. She's talking.
Oh,
He
yes.
looked. He looked. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's not.
What do you mean 20 pairs of shoes? I have a
He
hundred
started to
pairs.
look. You guys see that? He's like,
Yeah.
"What? Son of a
No,
bitch?"
no. I used to collect high-end and luxury watches. So collecting shaving gear is, that's nothing compared to what
Right.
Patek Philippe or Audemars Piguet or Rolex or something costs.
Yeah,
So
that's way out of my. I have two watches, and they're both Citizens. I can't even tell you what models they are. I have a automatic Citizen, and
yeah,
then I have what are the an Eco Drive, and
yeah.
I don't
That's
collect them.
that's the one with the titanium bracelet, right?
Yep, yep. The one I'm wearing right
Yeah,
now is yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then just that's
yeah,
my automatic. I love the
yeah.
automatic.
But when I collected, apart for the old battery Rolexes, the 17,000 series, they had to be mechanical for me to be interested, except for that model from the 90s, the 17,000. I had a couple of those also. So
I think the
this,
me- I think the mechanical is more reliable than the Eco Drive. For those who don't know, the Eco Drive is powered by light essentially. So think solar powered. That's what I'm wearing now, is solar powered. And then the automatic, in case you're unfamiliar, real quick, it's the power is generated by movement. Um,
Mhm,
I really
mhm.
like what Citizen calls the automatic. And with your collecting, you found that you like the mechanical better too. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I didn't even call a battery powered watch for a watch. At some point, I became so snobby, when it was, I still love watches, but I'm not wearing a quarter of a million on my arm anymore, or anything like that. I have a
I'd be so
couple in
afraid
the
of
safe.
breaking it.
It's crazy because you and me spoke about insurance earlier before
Yep.
this. I have a special insurance for my watches, and I have to have a special Scafo 3 graded vault that is bolted to both the wall and the floor, and it weighs more than 100 kilos in our living room for them to want to insure my watches because they're worth more than, I don't know, 300,000 or 400,000 or something. So that's my what do you call it? When I retire, it's my retirement fund. I have in
Wow.
there because they're just getting more and more expensive. And whenever something goes crazy, I can always sell a watch because they are very sellable. Rolexes and Patek Philippe's and Audemars Piguet. I don't know if you know all those brands.
No, I know. No, you're
No,
speaking
no.
Greek other than
Well,
Rolex.
and people are dropping out because I'm talking about
No,
talking about watches. And you know what? I'm actually wearing this at the moment,
Apple, is that an
uh,
Apple Watch?
and Apple Watch because where I work, we cannot have our phones on, and this gives me a notification about everything, so I can still follow live.
Do you think it's because
Uh,
watch snobs generally won't wear an Apple Watch or digital watch, right?
It is. It is.
That's
It
true,
doesn't
right?
count as a watch. And
Uh-huh.
actually, I had this in the drawer for a year because it annoys me that I have to remember to recharge it every, I don't know, 40 hours or so. That's so annoying. Really, really, really. With all my automatic watches, I can wear them for 5 years straight, and I might have to
Love it.
change when we go from summer to winter time or something.
Yep,
So anyway,
I love it.
Anyway, am I really this? I'm not this red in the face. It looks like my screen. I'm.
It's
Look.
just the lighting, and like
I'm
mine's a little
talky.
off
I'm
too.
talky. In my mirror, I'm not this red. Damn.
No, I imagine you're not. My lighting's a little different too. The live is different. The way it captures. So, what are you shaving with?
Oh. Are we shaving? I
Are we
brought a
shaving?
lot of. I brought a lot of watches to. No. Yeah.
I was just saying.
I'm using this razor. This one here.
Nice. That's what I went with too. So,
Yeah. The B1 Lancer. And I don't know if you're using yours for the same reason as I am.
yep. Um, Stig and I were talking earlier that we wanted to uh, use our B1 Lancers just to bring some awareness and love to Peter Sharkalis. He is building his work studio. That wouldn't be right. The place where he makes soap, caught on fire today. And so we just wanted to show some love by using our B1 Lancers. We love these racers. I used one in my Woods and Spice. And so that's why I decided to just go with Woods and Spice today, fragrance that I love and have already reviewed. What are you shaving with? Or what soap? Oh, yes. I don't have that one. That's Emerald Moss, right? Yep.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that's it. And actually, both the razor and this soap was a gift from Peter. I think 2 or 3 years ago when the razor was launched, he sent me this, and then he added this soap. So I could not use that today. We need to support him. I wrote him a message, but I believe he must be busy with all that, telling him that our prayers and
Yep.
thoughts goes to him and his family. So
What are you
we
loading in it?
sorry.
What are you loading in it?
Oh, what I mean? Oh. The Six Solo blade. Some call it the Super Iridium, the Visimet. I call it the Six Solo because I started using this almost immediately, and I got all my friends and everybody that listened to me to buy it.
Awesome.
So I know the Canadian Mafia. I don't know if I can mention them here. They started using this blade because I enabled Justin, or not enabled. I spoke about this with about the blade, and that's
It's a
when
great
we
blade.
started getting it. And I have a couple of thousand blades like you, 4 or 5,000. I don't hope my wife is watching this. In crates and boxes in the cellar, and up on in the attic, and I have blades everywhere. But that's the one I grab for the most.
Awesome.
It's been so for more than a couple of years. So, what are you using? What
So
was
I'm
that?
going with
The
I was actually
Filoso,
gonna ask
right?
your yeah, I was gonna ask your opinion on it because my verdict is still out on this blade. I know it's hey Glenn, good to have you. Good to see you, Andy. I just saw you come in. Mr. Sting, Brian, throw out some hellos real quick. David, Larry, you snuck in here too. Shannon, I don't hello from Australia. Welcome. Man, we're covering the globe here tonight. And Javier, good to have you. So I like this blade. Don't get me wrong about what I'm about to say, but it's kind of on a hype train here lately. The last 6 months or so in the community, I've noticed. Have you used them? I know you have. And what do you think of the Filoso?
I think it reminds me of the Chinese-made Gillette Wilkinson sword.
Yeah, me too. That or a London Bridge.
Good for a couple of shaves and not too aggressive and not too mild. Right there in the middle. It reminds me of that. I don't know if it's made. I believe it's made in India, isn't it?
Yep. No, no.
It's in China. I don't know.
It's
I don't
China.
know
It's
where it's
China.
made. But anyway, it reminds me of the Chinese-made Gillette Wilkinson sword blade. So I like it in an aggressive razor. I do the blading down, as I call it, blading up a mild razor and blading down an aggressive razor. So I like it in an aggressive razor, for instance, because it makes it just a bit more tameable. So, what do you think?
I really like the packaging and the font that they went with. It is just super attractive. When it comes to packaging, they even put Barber brand on there. I think it's got a lot of pop to it. But when it comes to a blade, it's just run of the mill. I don't dislike it, but I don't love it at the same time. And I'm now on my second 5-pack, so it's not like I've been using it forever, but I have gone through 6 blades. So this will be my 7th blade. And yeah, I get a couple of shaves out of it,
Like
and
me? Yeah.
it's another one of those things that to me is just overhyped, and I think that we can do better for cheaper, or just as good for cheaper. It's like I was talking about, like the Merkur. Like we both love Merkur.
Mm-hmm.
Those blades are so overpriced, and why? The razors are cheap, but the blades themselves are ridiculous. That's a beautiful lather you already got going on there.
It's the same with all the Audi cars. Audi.
Yeah, all the Audi cars. Yep.
Why are they so expensive when they have Volkswagen parts in them?
Right.
It's a great car, don't get me wrong, but they are way overpriced.
But it's got to live up to the name because the name is Audi. That's what it does to your wallet.
Yeah. 2.5 days of stubble
Two and a
only.
half days.
What about you?
I shaved last night with Paloma. So I'm working on about 20 hours of stubble.
So that's sandpaper grade 50 or something, right?
Something like that. Yeah, ginger grade. Yep.
Yeah, but you have fair skin and fair hair like me, so it doesn't look
Yep.
like you have any hairs.
Yep.
But
Yeah, it's like
believe
I
me,
don't have any eyebrows. Look at this. You guys ever notice that? Tobin doesn't have any freaking eyebrows because I shave them off every morning. Oh, I got them. They're just
yeah.
freaking translucent.
My hairline is so low that I usually say I have to pick my eyebrows just to have a forehead, because you see, my hairline is all the way down here. So
Hey,
they
Jordan.
always.
Go
Oh
ahead.
yeah.
I was just saying hi. Jordan came in.
Hello everybody. I cannot see. I cannot see the chat.
That's when Jordan. I don't know when you stepped in. So yeah, I was talking about how Merkur's blades are super expensive, like $1 a blade, but the razors themselves, like the Merkur 34C, is an affordable razor. But I just feel like the blades are the exact opposite. Good to have you, Matthew.
Yeah.
Good to have you, Ron. I love Japanese blades, and if you guys watch my content very often, you know that I speak highly of Kai and Feather. If I had to have one blade for life, it would probably be a Kai. And Kai aren't cheap either. Like $35 for 100, still cheaper than a Merkur. But at least I feel like the Kai, I'm getting my money's worth. I like the Merkur. I just think they're overpriced from all that milk, baby.
But you're a dairy driver now, right?
Yeah. To the University of Oregon, have a dedicated route to the university. I'm gonna apply the cube real quick. My Walmart bottle. Last Shadow, Ian, good to have you. Yeah, Wismets. That's what Mr. Seek has there. So what's your opinion on? I still have I think you and I talking about this earlier too.
Yeah, look what I used today.
So just like you, I buy tons and tons of blades. Yeah, I love it. Speaking of Ian, I am one of the believers that the Paul Silver is just, or the Wizamet is just a reimagined Paul Silver. And my understanding was it had something to do with the name being trademarked, and Gillette basically had a cease and desist. So they moved away from the Paul Silver name. What's your understanding of that? Is it
Yeah,
the same blade?
that's what I was told too. But I
Yep.
have had people telling me that it's not the same. I believe Matt Pesasic said that in a video too, that it felt different to him. But the Paul Silver was already out when I came in, so I started on the Visimet.
So you mean by that you mean the Paul Silver was no longer in production? Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, it wasn't. So I have a couple of the old Polish brown packages and a couple of the blue ones that look like the Visimet almost. And they have the same writing on the blades, but
I believe they're the same. I put them in head-to-head competitions
yeah,
again and again and again, and just going off of what I know, and then even doing blind tests. And like with a lot of the blind tests, I'll have my wife load a blade for me, and then hand me the razor, and I'll have it like I've shown in my one video, the 38C. I have two of those, and then other razors I have doubles of just for doing nerd stuff like that, and from everything I've
I,
heard and the way they perform, I believe they're the same blade.
I might have done that 3 years ago too. I might have done that. I made a lot of blade comparisons in the first year. I had one called what was the name of the series? It was platinum versus stainless steel. I called it something else. And I had two equal razors. That's why I have two Rockwells of each color, because I was using them for the comparison videos. So
I have fun. I nerd out on stuff like that. I
yeah,
enjoy doing it, just even in my daily shaves.
but I haven't done a blade comparison for years. Look at me looking old, sounding old here. For a couple of years. It's not like 10 years or something, but I think I did my last comparison, 3 years ago or something. I made a playlist. I remember doing the Persona Red and the Persona Lab Blue and the Persona Med Prep comparisons also.
A little dippy action. I don't have my stainless steel bowl, so I'll use Boba Fett.
Oh yeah. This is a great leather. I really like how this is the Kaizen 2 K2E base. I really like how dense the leather becomes.
It's a great base. I like all his bases.
I had actually ordered the Ultima, the Khalifa in the Ultima base. Also the Splash, but the company that has Razer in it chose to wait a week not shipping it until I wrote them and said, "Hey, where is my set? Why haven't you shipped it?" And then all of a sudden it was shipped. So, but I actually plan to use that today because I haven't tried the Ultima base, and of course the soap and splash didn't arrive here. I have a sample of the Khalifa and the splash, but that's the old K2E base. So, is there a big difference between the Ultima base and the K2E?
Big difference? No. In fact, I was just talking with some guys about this last week. So, in my humble opinion, what I noticed, and I've done side by sides where I use two brushes because I'm a nerd in two bowls and whip them up, and I like to something to do with my ADHD, my personality, something about it. I like to do this kind of thing. But with K2E and Ultima, head to head, playing with the lather and shaving with it, what I notice is Ultima has more of a richness to it that leaves a better post shave, but at the same time, though, K2E delivers at about the same level, um, but the lather seems to have like a better retention for the type of consistency that I like, which is like a yogurty type consistency. The Ultima is easier to create a yogurty consistency, but I'd say they're neck and neck, and I think that a someone who's been wet shaving for any time at all can create the lather that they want with both. I do think that Ultima has a better post shave feel, but not by a lot. I mean, it is definitely. I agree, Sean. Good to have you. That Khalifa is amazing. Uh, d- um, but so Ultima is definitely better, but I wouldn't say it's a lot better, if that makes sense.
It does, but I would actually argue that this K2E has a fantastic post feeling too.
It
It's
does,
like
yeah.
it's like putting Nivea men's cream on
Yep,
your face. Your
yeah,
face is so smooth and comfortable, and you just enjoy touching your chins afterwards.
yeah, absolutely,
Sorry,
yeah, yeah,
cheeks,
and
not
I don't mean,
chins.
yeah, I don't mean to say that K2E doesn't have great post shave.
No,
Um,
no, no. I understood that.
yeah, okay,
But if the Ultima is even better, I
yeah,
actually ordered it because I have the sample of it, uh, and the sample of the splash in a container like this. Um, Funny story. I ordered online the Irish Moose. I
mhm.
saw the bottle and I ordered it and I got it, and it was this size.
What'd you pay for it?
So I can say, read the small print. I
Yeah,
thought, well, $15.
that's
That's
a
a
buy.
fair price for a full aftershave that is old. It came in a box and all, and then I got this miniature one with, I don't
That's
know,
awesome.
two milliliters in it or something.
Mm,
So I did find the big one also, the 150 milliliters. That's the biggest one. So I have
That's
that.
awesome.
But this is so fun to show. Every time I use this soap, I show this because you need to read the small print at all
Yes, you
times.
do. Small print
So,
matters.
by the way, I forgot to show this gorgeous brush. It's from Adam. It's a Nameless. This
Awesome.
is this is the one called Lemon and Lime, and I got it from the witch shaving store a good
And
while back.
that's perfect for the set that you're using.
And then a Nordic brother, also from Denmark. This ball here, made by Rune Jans, Nordic Shave Designs. You know,
That's beautiful.
it has the all the runes and the Viking stuff inside it. And then on the outside, he wrote the name of the biggest Danish Viking. I don't know if you see it. You see it?
Yep. 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 Stig Solo. That's awesome.
Yeah.
The Roman numerals on the bottom.
I'm a sucker for stuff like that. Really. So,
Good to have you, Lee Noons, and Robert. Saw you both sneak in here.
oh yeah, Adam also made me this Sig Solo brush, by the way, a while back. It's really, really, really gorgeous.
Yeah, it is.
I think I'm using that on Saturday.
That's
In my Saturday
the
video.
Nameless Works as well, right?
Yeah. So
You have a Kylo Ren. What, Ron? I think I missed that. You have a. I'll have to scroll up. You have a Kylo what? They're talking about me milking cows. What did I miss? Oh my god.
oh yeah, you're doing that every morning at 4, right?
Yeah, I'm like,
You have one of them stools.
when you've
And the
been married as
Amish.
long as I am, you have to milk the cows every now and then, my friend. You know what I mean? You know what I mean.
Yeah. I was just about to say something chauvinistic. I won't.
Nothing wrong with it.
I'm trying to get it out of my head.
Pinch yourself.
Yeah. You said I have to milk the cow every now and again. Yeah. There's a joke in there somewhere, right?
Yes, sir. I did see ladies on the chat. Oh God, what? Really?
Oh yeah. But we just had a little sunny weather today. We had a snowstorm this weekend with 2 feet of snow. The other weekend, and today we have a little sun. So what's that?
That's
Is
that
that
was
the
a
splash? Oh
flash.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What I was about to say earlier. The reason I ordered the Ultima, uh, I I love Khalifa. Uh, I also love their bases, so it was not because of the new base. I think the glass jar is a great way to go.
Yeah, me too.
I
Yeah,
think
and
it
it.
looks fantastic,
Yep.
and it's one of those soap that I think even my wife would allow me to have standing on the counter because the regime back here or in our house is that nothing is left on the counter after 12 hours. I can leave my brush and my razor and stuff for the next morning. I always shave in the evening, but if it's there when she get up in the morning, I'm up earlier. She hides it or puts it away or puts it in the bin, and she told me about it, so it's my own fault. So I remove everything in the morning when it's dry. And so that's the way.
My daughter has been stealing my knife lately.
Oh,
I found it on her vanity, and I thought my talking took care of it. And then she took it and put it in the thing. I bought her a cheaper one. I have lots of knives. Like you have watches. I got more pocket knives than I need, right? And
Yeah.
Lucas, our now 21-year-old, he really got into knives.
Was that a Benchmade you just showed me?
No, it's a Kershaw made here in Oregon.
Oh, Kershaw. Oh man.
Yeah, and it's like this blue.
I love Kershaws. Oh, it's tan. What do you call it? Tantra? No, Tanto. All that Tanto blades.
Tanto blades. Yep.
Yeah, I have a lot of them. Both, full knives, hunting knives, but also a lot of their inliners from their inline. With the blade coming out and stuff. With the Tanto blades, I have a suitcase full of pocket knives that my wife doesn't need to find. And then I have another suitcase full of military issued knives.
That's cool. See, I don't have anything like that. I just have like Gerber and Kershaws.
She've seen some of them, but I have more than I should. It's not an obsession. It's almost a dedication, I would say. So I have two suitcases, a suitcase full of foldable knives and a suitcase full of full scale military issued knives. So
and Fort Knox full of watches. Someone asked where you were. He is in Greenland, if no one answered that. And then Shannon, I've done a razor review of the B1 Lancer. If I had to compare it to anything, I'd just say that it's like a medium aggression razor. I mean, it really depends on what razors you've used or what razors you own for context and contrast and comparison. But it's a good medium, middle of the road efficiency. And what's really neat and fun about it, something that I like, is that it's so unique because it has this push button on the bottom to where you push from the bottom to open. So it's not a twist to open, it's a push to open. And that kind of makes it fun.
Yeah. But I would say if you ride the bar a little, you can get a lot of blade feel from it. And the other way around, if you ride the top of it, there's no blade feel at all. So if you can so easily adjust it to how you like the feel of the blade, I think. I have a lot of friends and seen a lot of people saying that it's way too aggressive, but I think it's just the angle, because for me it works perfectly. And even though I have an old sit here, I managed to just take the top off. But if I have had a wrong angle, I could have cut much more of it off. So it's a great razor. I also like the weight of it.
Yep.
The 75 grams. It's Shannon, you asked, it's a 0.60 millimeter gap, according to Peter's website. I just checked before I went in here, but it's not mild, I would say.
Mm-mm. I think it's pretty good middle of the road, like when it comes to efficiency. And he found a nice happy medium with it. Which is, hey Patrick, good to have you, bud. I just bought from Patrick last week a vintage Hofritz. That is one of the most beautiful Hofritz slants that you'll ever see. Speaking of Merkurs, case the whole 9 yards. Gorgeous. The blade bank, yep. Gorgeous. Can't wait to show it off in the video.
With the blue velvety box. Oh man.
Yeah, and it's gorgeous. It's like mint. I can't wait.
It is.
Yeah. And he found it at Oklahoma City, because that's where he lives, is OKC. In Oklahoma, it was an antique fair, thrift store. It's a meetup, right? Because that's what you're talking about, where there's different vendors that come and stuff like that. But basically at an antique store.
That's cool. That's so cool.
That's cool, Lee. I don't remember knowing that James Bond used Hofritz in the books. I know he used a few different razors in the videos, like a slim in, what was that, Dr. No or something like that. He had a slim in one of them, right?
Yeah, the Hofritz, they are all cool looking because they are They are so old, some of them, that they are actually antique. They are more than 100 years, some of them.
Yeah.
I believe they were made from the 10s and all the way up in the 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
And that's where Hofritz died or stopped being a brand, I think. Isn't that correct?
Well, my understanding is Hoffert's was like a department store, kind of like Sears or Walmart, today.
It was Mercure, wasn't it? Or something.
No, Mercure just licensed their product to them, and so it was a department store. So like we don't have really any department stores left in America today for most people to relate to, but a fancy department store like a Sears or the only thing we really have left today is like a Walmart, but because all the department stores are gone for the most part. But it was a department store, and like there was other brands like Kohl's was another department store. Help me out, Patrick. There's other ones too, right? Do you have that fat handled treat? He's asking about a fat handled treat, but yeah, so it's a department store, is my understanding.
I do, Patrick. I don't know, but all of a sudden I could see the lettering. My eyes are bad. I do still have the treat with the baton handle, and I'll be using that not on Saturday, but on Tuesday actually. So it's funny you mentioned that, Patrick. It's actually down the line, and I will be trying the Colgate, the old puck you sent me to with it. So
Have you ever used one of those yet?
so it's funny that Patrick is mentioning that now, because it's actually planned for next Tuesday. So that's cool.
Yeah, I think Hoffert's did have like a New York City one until like the 80s or 90s or something like that. That there was like one big Hoffert's department store that remained until 30 years ago or something like that. Are any of those places still left though? Montgomery Ward, Macy's, and JCPenney? I thought they were all gone. Aren't they gone? Like Sears is gone. I can't believe it. Sears. I was working at Sears doing loss prevention when I met my wife. One of my favorite stories. I don't know if I've ever shared it with you guys. The loss prevention. You dress just like I'm dressed right now. I was studying law. I wanted to become a cop. That's where I got my associate's degree in, was criminal justice. And one of my favorite stories is Sears. There was three of us. One guy would work the cameras. Two of us would work the floor, just walking around looking for shoplifters, and that's what the person on the camera would be doing. And then if things got hairy, the guy on the camera would come down to the floor too. And so I'm walking the floor, and in my little earpiece, Nick, who's running the cameras, he's like, "Tobin, men's department." I'm like, "Okay." So I start walking over there, and a guy named Ryan, he was on the floor also. And so we go walking over there, and we're watching this guy from a distance. Ryan's wearing like a polo dress shirt and nice pants, and I'm just wearing like a t-shirt and blue jeans and a ball cap like I am right now. And except for I'm much younger, like in my 20s, don't look official at all. And I just look like some dude hanging out in the store. And so I'm pretending to shop. I always make it look like it was real. And Nick sets the cameras up where everything's on there. Nick comes down, and the three of us, we go walking to this guy, and he's kind of in the corner, and he's just taking Levi's. I was watching him do it. He was taking Levi's and just putting them in this big empty shoebox, and he had like a bag full of shoeboxes. He just open up a shoebox, roll up the Levi's, stick it in there. And so we walk up. I make contact, and I identify ourselves, and out of nowhere he starts, "Hey, thank you, baby." My wife made homemade chicken pot pie for dinner. Out of nowhere, this guy, he starts barking like a dog. Like that's his reaction. Like, I identify ourselves that we're loss prevention with Sears, blah blah blah, and that we've watched him steal the stuff. And out of nowhere, he just starts going. I'm standing in the middle. I got Nick to my right and Ryan to my left. I look at Nick. I look at Ryan. I'm like, what the fuck? I think to myself. I look back at Nick. Nick smiles, and I look at the guy and I go, meow. And right when I go meow, like it totally he's still barking this whole time that I'm looking at the guys. He's still barking. And right when I go meow, Nick just lunges on him, takes him to the ground, slams him down. I'll never forget that. One other quick story. I'm working the cameras one day, and this cute little redhead comes walking in, and comes up to the cosmetic jewelry, the cheap jewelry, like the $20, the $10 stuff that you don't put behind lock and key because it's garbage, right? And so all of a sudden, I'm like, hey, I know this good-looking redhead. I went to high school with her. So I'm watching her for a second, thinking about, oh, I'll go say hi to her. And then all of a sudden, she starts shoplifting the cosmetic jewelry. I'm like, get the fuck out. She's No, wait, this is Stacy. Stacy is stealing cosmetic jewelry from my fucking store. And so I get on the horn with Nick and Ryan. I'm like, hey, this is what's going on. I got it. I'm going to go down and talk to her. And they're like, okay. And so I go down. I start chit chatting with her. Hey, Stacy, how's it going? You know, I'm dressed like I am right now, plain clothes. Oh, she called me Toby. Oh, Toby, so good to see you. Blah blah blah. So we talk for like a minute or two, and then out of nowhere, I drop the bomb. I'm like, so what else you been doing besides shoplifting from my store? The look on her face was just also like, what? I'm like, what else you been doing besides shoplifting from my store? I'll never forget that encounter either. Yeah, Stacy. That was her real name. Stacy Clegg. I'll never forget it. Unfortunately, she had had a bunch of kids and was smoking meth, and yes, the local police department came and picked her up and took her in. I guarantee she hasn't forgot that either. Well, maybe she had, the drugs she was using. No, no trouble. No, no, we wouldn't have been allowed to use pepper spray or anything like that. No way, Lee. That's crazy. Lee said, "My sister worked jewelry at Sears and met her husband, who watched her on camera in loss prevention." I believe it. You guys ever watch Malcolm in the Middle and that guy Craig and all the videotapes he has? We've been watching. We've been on like Malcolm in the Middle binge, not binge, like a couple episodes a week. We've been watching it for like the last 6 months or so. There's an episode where Craig, he's got this long list of VHS tapes of people on the security cameras.
I'm
Where
into
does the wife
police.
fall in
I'm
the
into
picture? Oh,
police shows.
I started dating. I met my wife in college in actually psychology class, and I joked that it's been a sociology experiment ever since. It was like the second or third week of class. And
So
only
she should know better then.
she should have known better. It was a Tuesday morning at 10:05 start time. I'm sitting behind her, good small talk. A goofy ass looking substitute professor comes walking in. I'd never seen him before. My wife turns around. She's like, "Oh, this guy." I'm like, "You want to get out of here and get breakfast?" She's like, "What?" I'm like, "You want to ditch? Get out here and get breakfast." So we had our first date ditching. Went to Elmer's, had breakfast. The rest was history. That's how I met my wife. Was in school.
Yeah, I had a girlfriend once who was studying physics, and she was doing some experiments in the lab and stuff. And I was sitting outside in the hallway waiting for her, and then all of a sudden, one of her professors comes out and start yelling at me that I am always late and I'm not handing in my papers and I always leave a mess in the laboratory, in the lab, and stuff like that. And then I told him, I'm not a student of yours. I'm waiting for my girlfriend. And then I said her name. And then he just said, oh. And then he just turned around and walked away after giving me, you know, he yelled at me. He yelled at me literally for 5 minutes. He was very upset with me. So he just said, "Oh," and then he just left.
Thanks, Andy. It's her homemade chicken pot pie. Everything's homemade except for the crust. It's like the rollout crust that she puts over the top, but she does the sauce, everything, and fresh veggies, everything. But I think it was my sophomore year. There's a kid that I rode the school bus with named Oliver, and I had this girlfriend who was in this math class, and Oliver was gone that day, and I knew it. And so they had a substitute in that math class. And so I went into the math class, and when they did roll call, I said that I was Oliver because I did not have that class. I ended up getting kicked out of the class because I was a jackass, a jackwagon. And it wasn't until like 3 or 4 days later that I finally got called into the principal's office because, of course, Oliver got the referral in the mail and all this stuff. It was good times, man. I had more fun in school than I probably should have.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim, Planet Phoenix is a good one.
Yeah,
Hey, Paul, good to have you, brother. It's good.
Only stuff we have here is sunset. You have sunset in the States, right?
Sunset, like the time of day?
No. They're a restaurant.
No.
Sunset. You don't have sunset?
Oh,
I thought it was American.
I mean, it might be. Well, there's a lot of things on the West Coast that the East has that, or California has that we don't have.
Oh yeah.
I live in backwater USA.
They use a special vegetable oils for their fries, and the cow has been, caressed on the stomach before it was slaughtered and all that stuff. And then they are priced like a small family car just for burger. So
Do you guys know Sunset? I know a lot of these guys are Reckies. Alpha, no, what? Alpha, we were talking about busting heads as a loss prevention agent, and then before that, we were talking about Ariana and Evans and Shaven. Good to have you. Pyongyang, dang, nice. But yeah, we get. I bet you do get plenty of sun. Dang, we are covering the globe. We got Australia. Sean's down in Puerto Rico. We had Mike. You still here in Germany?
what
Steve's
day
in
is it
Greenland.
in Australia now? Is it Tuesday or Thursday?
Is it Tuesday or Thursday? It's Thursday afternoon.
Thursday afternoon. Oh, in
Yeah, it'd be
Australia.
Thursday
Okay,
afternoon,
okay.
like
I
Thursday
know
noon or something
Germany.
like that.
Germany, they are moving up to 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. They're definitely Thursday. I'm at the end of the day, like here in Oregon. The Pacific is right there, and so there's only Hawaii, and then basically you drop off into the new day with Japan and all that, or where the sun actually truly rises. See, we have IHOP and Denny's, but no Waffle House. I think you're making up the sunset thing, man. Teasing you.
Anyone heard about the Sunset, the restaurant?
No, that's what some of them were commenting about.
Oh,
I like the name of it.
yeah. I like that we have the option of getting something, Sometimes you just feel like having an easy meal and still being hungry when you get home for dinner. Like McD, for me, when you're driving at the motorway, every 30 miles they have a restaurant, and you can eat a burger at all of them and still be hungry. And when you get home, at least in Europe, I don't know how it is in the States. If they put actual meat, and if you're full after one burger, or you need to eat one for every 30 miles, like in
If I eat a
Europe.
quarter pounder and have French fries, I'll be good for a while at McDonald's.
Yeah, but you're a what? A 200-pound man?
Roughly. Yep. About 195.
That's why you need to put some effort into it.
I try. Damn it. You don't get these really good looks just by
That's it. That's it.
eating chicken pot pie alone. Five Guys is damn good. Now we do have some Five Guys. We have a couple Five Guys. Hey Dan, good to have you.
Five Guys, is that a restaurant?
Yeah, well, Five Guys is think McDonald's, but nicer, but
Oh,
burger joint.
okay. So can you get a half-pounder burger there then, or only the quarter pounder? That
I'm sure you
seems
could.
to. I'm sure you can in Texas.
I'm sure you can in Texas too.
Yeah. The biggest soda you can get in Europe is the smallest you can get in Texas.
So was that like a 12 ounce or an 8 ounce or something?
I think it's 16. Isn't it 16? Isn't that the smallest? I don't know. But so a friend of mine went to Texas, and he told me that he came from Paris, in Europe, in France, and he said that the smallest soda in Texas was the biggest in Paris, in McDonald's.
Yeah.
So,
Well, no. At McDonald's. So yeah, it probably. Well, I think like a kitty size is probably like 12 ounce, but that sounds about right. A 16 ounce.
yeah. So, yeah, you're making me hungry, and I'm supposed not to eat during the night. Like the Gremlins.
Like the Gremlins.
Yeah, you can't feed me after 12.
Well, thankfully you didn't multiply with that water.
No,
You didn't
well,
have a bunch of seeds running
I
around. What'd your wife
multiply,
do
but
then?
not. We have this set for portrait mode, so I cannot multiply too much, right? So
For sure. So Paul Walton's asking. So for him, it's now what 12:45 in the morning
yeah,
for you? Yeah.
47.
Yeah.
No, wait a second. 51, it says. Oh, it tells me here that I'm live on YouTube on my watch.
Your watch lies.
No?
It's your doppelganger. It's a clone.
Ah,
The body snatchers have arrived. He's live on YouTube. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's almost 1 a.m. for him.
well, I thought this was a recording. So it's coming up to 7 o'clock in the evening at your place, right?
It's almost 7 here.
Yeah, so you're entitled to eat.
Yeah, dinner
Actually,
time.
2 meals more today, right? You have the 6 o'clock and the 7 o'clock and the 9 o'clock. And before going to bed at 11 o'clock, right?
Right. Oh, I think I'm reading this. A message was just hidden automatically by YouTube. Tarot Destroyer. I'll read it out loud. It's some spam thing. A farmer looks at his wife's. Is this real? Does someone really type this? Almost looks like a bot. Okay, guys. So a farmer. This might be. No way. This has got to be spam. A farmer looks at his wife's saggy and says with disgust, "If those things worked, I wouldn't need a cow." So maybe they are paying attention to the Tarot Destroyer. Here, I'm going to show it. I'll let you guys see it. Let's show. Another moderator just handled this. Oh, thank you. That's been Glenn. Sweet. Thank you, Glenn, if you're on top of that.
But who's
It's
that?
kind of like a dirty joke, but like the way that the Tarot Destroyer is written, if you're watching this and you're a real person, and the way that your font is, it makes it look like you are spam.
Is
Like you're a bot.
destruction, is that a real person?
At first glance, I say no. But the only reason why I would say yes is because the comment is on par with what we've been talking about.
Yeah, it is. So it must be AI coming with a dad joke.
Right? That's crazy, right? I mean, if it is AI.
Yeah. So next time we have a dad joke about shaving. Oh, that's another one. It just came another one. Another dad joke. My boyfriend's testicles were bitten off
Don't
by
read
a
out loud.
camel recently.
People are sitting with their families. Careful.
Well, I won't.
Thanks, Glenn. Yeah, it was spam.
I'm not sure. Oh, thank you, Glenn.
Glenn's throwing haymakers.
Yeah, I don't want to become even more red in my face. The way my screen looks, I look like Hellboy almost, except for the beautiful horns.
You guys want to do a giveaway real quick to the Shave Supply? I got a $20 gift card. We can do it here. It's so tricky. You want to scroll up and down and randomly pick a name with your eyes closed or something like that on the comments? Just like click on the comments and scroll up and down.
I'm afraid to touch my screen. Last time I touched my screen, I would rather you did it.
I'll do it.
I ended up being locked out of this.
And that kind of cheated. Hold on.
Yeah, I heard that. Do you want me to say stop or something?
Jordan, landed on Tiki. Jordan, you still here? Let me know if you're still here. I got a $20 gift card courtesy of Garrett. I heard that supply is under new ownership and the Max is there
I
first.
heard that too. I did a video of the Max the other day, and someone wrote to me that because I complained in the video about supply, it's lowering the standards all the time, and this being the most crappy razor ever, or something like that. I think I put it in a nicer way. And someone commented that it was owned, they sold the business, and everything was made out of China now. That doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be bad quality or anything.
Right.
But that's what the person said, that it was not made in the US anymore. The blades, of course, still made in Japan. But let's see how long that when they start have them made in somewhere else. Actually, kind of like their blades. The black label is I like that a lot. Oh, there's another dirty joke. And this is about burgers. I think AI is listening.
Tarot Destroyer, are you a real person? That's funny. I'm telling you, man, it's like one of the reasons why I shared a little bit with some guys a while back about AI. Like there for a while, I was doing the little intro photos to some of my videos, the outdoor ones, and I decided not to do it. I just think that we're headed down a road with this AI that we don't know what's real and what isn't real. And I really look for more and more movie actors, YouTube content creators to start being AI. And it'd be the kind of thing that with some of them, you don't even know it until like years later that you find out that this person was AI all along. That's already happened on Instagram. There's been some big influencers on Instagram and TikTok that aren't even real, and people don't even know it for years that the people aren't even real. So I decided to stop doing it and let AI have nothing to do with my content at all, because I really think that we're kind of like in this golden age, if you will, where we're entering into this age where people are going to embrace AI. But then I really think there's going to be a backlash at the same time too.
Mm.
So I decided to stop. It was fun. Like I had so much fun creating those little themed throwbacks logos that I decided I'm going to stop. I'm just like it's
Mm.
fun, but it was creating a thing for people. Uh,
Oh,
where
come
people
on,
don't know whether or
Glenn.
not my photos
I
are real.
almost got to the point of that.
Damn it! Sorry.
I didn't get the point. Something
Thanks,
with the
Alex. And but I have people ask me, if my thumbnails are real, and I'm like, yeah, my thumbnails are real.
Yeah, I
And then
know.
like I'm kind of also feeding into it, by doing some of the themed throwback stuff. And so I'm kind of like being my own worst enemy by having something like the Noble Otter one. Like I agree, I love that Noble Otter one, and it was so much fun creating them. Like it was
Mm.
addictive creating them and seeing what I can create. Um, but I really think we're entering into that place with
I,
AI
I,
where
I,
it's really
find,
a place.
I found my place with my thumbnails. They are always dark and stuff. The only thing I have a problem with, and I promised myself never to edit anything. But when I turn down the light, because I do that sometimes, or the contrast, I think it's called, uh, every little speck becomes super visual. It looks like the razor is dirty. So it's a give and take, because
Well,
other than that, I don't edit anything.
Well,
Uh,
well, well, what I'd love to see, like from these places like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, is for them to make everything so, like how, like when we do at the beginning of a video, promotional, whatever, that it is just so clear, and that these websites make it to where immediately when something is fake or not fake just by putting a banner on it. Like right now on
mm,
Instagram, it's you get to choose whether or not you put that AI thing on there. And here
mm,
with YouTube as well, right? You get to choose whether or not something is altered. Like they don't decide that for you. And I wish that they would. I wish that YouTube would put a banner. You put a fake thumbnail on there, that right on top of that freaking thumbnail or right where the timestamp is, that it says this image was generated with AI. And
mm,
they have ways of knowing. It's all encrypted, right? There's some type of way with the encryption of the photo or whatever that
mm.
they, and then just like these chicks on Instagram or wherever, there's so many of them that they look real already. Where are we going to
Uh,
be in 5 years?
on work, we have a photographer. We have a publishing part of the department, and we have real photographers and what do you call it, a graphic, the guy working with the pictures. And anyway, uh, and and they have a program that clean up real photos, and then you can, kind of like what Instagram is doing. You can pick a theme and you can go mono, and you can go,
Yep.
they have a program so you can take your pictures that you have the rights to, and then put them into that. And they have started doing that, but that's just teaching AI how to do our stuff.
Yep. Yep.
Because so I'm not a fan, but I understand if you're a government like, I work for, and you need the pictures to be good and to be clean and not have a speck or some dust or whatever, or a reflection of the hand of the photographer. Guilty. Uh, I understand. You
Yeah.
need some help, because we are not all. You cannot spend 1 million on photo
On,
equipment.
on photos. Yep.
So,
Yep.
so I
Yep.
understand, but so far I haven't done it. And the pictures I sent to you, they were generated a couple of years ago with AI, and I've never used them on my channel because
I
even
just
though
wish that they'd make us put banners on it. I just really wish. I'm like, I love it. Like, no, don't get me wrong. I just wish that line wasn't blurred the way that it is. Did Jordan ever come forward? Do I need to draw again? I never saw Jordan post. I believe I'm right, right? Jordan never said anything. Jordan, yes, slacker. How dare you run off? Draw again. Ready?
you want me to say something?
Hold on,
Ready,
let me grab
set,
one.
go.
Thank you. Oh, message deleted. So who's below message deleted? Alex Botello. That's who's below
Yeah, he's
message
here.
deleted. Taro would have won, but see, Taro had to go muck around, and mucking around cost you, Taro.
Alex, how do you get your name to be green? Is that because you have some kind of membership, premium something? Or is
Is
it
this showing up?
because you're...
Is it showing up green on yours?
Yeah,
He's.
mine. Yeah, his name is green, and so is Lee Hansen.
Oh wow!
Alex,
They're not green on mine. They have the Optimus Prime thing, but they're not green. They're just I guess you'd say cell shaded. Here, let me do a screenshot
yeah.
real quick.
It's because you have the South Korean phone, right?
Yes, sir.
You have
No,
the
is
South
it South
Korean
Korea? Yeah,
phone,
South
right?
Korean. Yeah. Oh, yeah, mine's a Samsung.
Yeah. You know what it means?
Yeah, so if it's green on your screen, it probably is because of the membership. They just don't show up green on mine. I just see the Optimus Prime logo.
Okay. Samsung is old Korean. And Sam
Yep.
means three, and Sung means stars. It's the old Lucky Gold Star company that's became so it means 3 stars in old Korean.
I've tried to like iPhone. My wife has always had an iPhone, and whenever I use it, I don't care for the interface. And then like I really like Google Play, that app store, more than I like the Apple App Store.
Yeah, I've used Apple products for so long. I don't want to change ecosystem.
Luke and Alexis have always been Apple, and then Austin, me and Emily were all Samsung.
We are all Apple in my family.
But
I'm partly to blame, but we have iPads, and we have Apple TVs, and we have iMacs, and we have MacBooks, and everything speaks together. If I save it on one device, I have access to it on all the other devices. I love that. If I start something on work, I can just open my computer at home and continue, and the other way around. I don't have to have access to this, that, or the other.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
And for me, that's easier. I know back in the day when I studied, you called it a girl's computer, the MacBooks, because 70% of the buyers were girls.
Girls. Yep.
And I said I support the girls, and then I got one, and I never looked back. So
I'd always support the girls. You got to support the girls.
I do. That's why I'm so red in my face. No, it's not. Yeah. So.
Thank you for joining me, guys.
What's going on in the rest of this week? You had today off, or no?
Yes, I have Wednesdays. I have Wednesdays off, and then tomorrow back at it, and Friday. The university, they settled their strike, so the students were on strike, and so we've been building them back up all this week, or I've been building them back up this week, because a lot of the stuff stayed open, but what they closed down was their coffee shops. And there's 6 different coffee shops on my route that are all owned and operated by the university, plus large full-scale kitchens and markets and all kinds of stuff. As the coffee shops that they closed down to save on the workforce. So I've been working on getting them stocked back up this week, and getting them back to the numbers that they need to be at. And then this weekend, going to review the Loma, and I don't want to give it away, but there's a place that I don't know if I showed it a little bit in my Ramblin' Man video in the B-roll. It's made out of concrete. I'm going to be inside that for my Veloma review. I'm hoping it turns out. I'm going to bring some flashlights with me, because I'm using the glow in the dark. You can see you got the glow in the dark razor there. So I'm going to bring the glow in the dark brush and the glow in the dark razor. And I think if I can do it at just right, and it's like the way that the stuff is growing down, I think I can get enough light on me to where you'll be able to see me, but at the same time, yeah, the drainage culvert. That's right, Ian. Yep, the drainage culvert. But there's actually only very little bit of water running through it, and I think if I do it right, it'll look spooky as hell, and I should be able to get some good acoustics. Valomo is so damn good. Have you done that's right. You guys pray for Glenn. He's got pneumonia. I was about to ask him if he's done his review yet. The Valomo is so damn good. I'm really hoping it turns out though that I can get the audio right with the mic, and that the lighting right with the mic, because I think it's going to be an unforgettable shave.
Yeah.
Sitting up on Valomo
By the way,
that's the sample that they sent out. Top is lemon, violet, and spice. The middle is myrrh, oud, vanilla. I really don't detect myrrh. I mean, I really don't detect vanilla. This is one of those fragrances that are so well blended. And then the base is amber woody. I just love the label.
I just got a message back from Peter, by the way.
What did he say? How's he doing? Did he say anything?
They are, of course, shocked, but they are all okay physically. No one was harmed. So that's great to hear. I don't know if he's watching here, but if you are, Peter, love and prayers sent your way. So what's that? Have you started drinking? No, it's the aftershave.
I do like this one though. Have you ever tasted Future Fiction?
No.
This
taste it.
It smells really good.
Yeah, it does. Come on. It's like when you did the thing with the blade.
It's like lemon and maybe some dairy. It's good stuff, Maynard. It's water. One of my first bottles of Future Fiction. I did that once in a video. But yeah, no, I've been drinking. It's got alcohol in it, right? Alcohol is good for you. Put hair on your chest. And I'm a ginger. I need that.
Can't believe you did that. It's like when you did the thing with the blade.
Yes. I ate it.
With the tape with the blade. Yeah, what do we?
Yeah.
And you said it's just the blade.
Over the edges.
Yeah. And then
it looked real on video though.
You waited so long. I think you waited to the next video to say to people and show that you actually had tape on the blade on the edges, because we couldn't see. I couldn't see in the video, and I thought, well, he's lost his marbles. That's crazy.
For weeks, I was getting DMs after that video. It's like, I can't believe you did that. Are you okay? Blah blah blah. Tobin, you shouldn't do that. All kinds of stuff. I'm like, no.
I think I wrote you too, because I was really worried about you when I saw that.
Just a thin layer of scotch over the edge. Clear tape. Thank you, my friend, for joining me. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you for having me.
In. Alex, reach out to me and I'll make sure you get that sample. Bruce, I didn't see you come sneaking in here. Good to have you. Does your beard glow in the dark? Yes, it does. No, it doesn't.
Of course it does. Like our teeth.
All right. Take care, my friend. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good hanging out with you.
Have a great one.
Take care.
See you. Yeah, and you.